being able to provide a place for children who are at that place in their lives where they're unsure about what's going to happen. They are traumatized by their experience. They're weary, they're worried, and things are just in a crisis mode. And I wanted to have a place that we didn't just meet their needs, food, clothing, shelter, their psychological needs and their medical needs and all that. I really wanted to have a place where they could have people who would befriend them, who would get into their world, validate their feelings, and then turn around and love them to heal. And I truly believe that children will pass through our lives, but they'll never forget the impact that you make on them. They'll never forget the words you said, or they'll never forget your response to them when they were crying out for somebody to help them. And the exciting thing about where we are now is grabbing everywhere we can people who will partner with the Lifeline to see this vision come to fruition.
A lot of people don't really understand what foster care is like because you hear something on the news and you hear but you're busy doing something else and you don't really focus on what you hear and you don't focus on the person. So you might hear some kid got locked up in a shelter for 6 months. And you hear it on the news, but you're walking or you're eating or you're talking and you don't really know that person, so it doesn't register. So when you're in this field, then you start realizing how all these traumatic things really affect someone. You're in it and how it affects their soul. On top of all the abuse situations, then they get yanked away from their parents who hurt them immensely. And people think, oh, if I love them, that'll be enough. Well, it takes a lot more than that. It takes love, patience, a lot of guidance, and a lot of understanding and empathy. And a shelter like what Ricky's going to have, the GRO, is really important because he understands that position. He understands what that abuse does to someone's soul. And he's got the guidance to make all that in a healthy environment for those kids.
I named the GRO after my mother, Mary Frances Walter. 1963, May 20th, 1963. I was born to this valiant lady, this lady that actually became the angel in this earth for me. I believe God selected her because he knew the things that I would present with. And Mary Frances, words cannot describe what she really meant to me. She was the first person I ever told about my dream of doing what I'm doing today. And she's always been that person to hear it, listen, and then encourage me to accomplish it if that's what I wanted to do. And her and my father actually gave the first initial seed for us to open this agency 14 years ago. Not knowing that when I opened 14 years ago, that I would even have an opportunity to open a program and name it after my mother. I can't even comprehend that. What Mary Frances really meant was finding the best in people and bringing it out of them. I'm proud to stand alongside of my brothers and my sister and my dad and my nephews and my nieces and my own children to say, guys, Mary Frances left a legacy for all of us. And I can't say thank you enough. There's no words that can express how I feel about this day. This is a remarkable day. I mean, this just doesn't represent a new milestone in the life and existence of Lifeline Children and Family Services. This is a profound statement of what being raised in a faith environment where God is promoted and uplifted. I mean, it's remarkable. So I just want to tell the people who have committed and who's been giving, thank you. Thank you for giving children an opportunity to be healed. These children will grow up one day and they may not be able to tell you thank you. They may not even realize what you've done, but when you go to bed at night, I want you to remember my gift or my donation helped a child in the Francis house heal, be made whole.